Well, y'all out there, I don't know if I'm recording or not, but I think maybe I am. I think I've done this a couple times. And I think this is the point where I think I'm recording. Well, my daughter got me into doing this stuff. I ain't sure why, but I found out this stuff is getting to be addictive. You know, music has been a part of my life as far as I can remember. You know, my mom was a musician. My grandma used to sing songs. It was always the way it was. I was born in the hills of Washington. You probably have all heard of this mountain, Mount Rainier. Well, Mount Rainier isn't Mount Rainier, according to the natives. Mount Rainier is Tahoma, the mighty mountain god. I don't know why the whites always came in and stole the words and changed the places that they meant anything for. But talk about a way of wiping out an Indian. You know, it's hard to call them Indians because they're just the old ones. They were here first and they know what's going on. And okay, I'm Gordy, and I was born in Morton, and I've lived a fruitful life. There's a lot of it I know you guys probably be bored with, but let's get on to the music part of it. My mom played this thing that was an extra huge long clarinet, you know, bigger one. I've never been able to find one, but I got her case that my grandfather carved out of yew wood that was found when he blew the dynamite on White Pass. He was a demolitions man and a miner, but he blew up this stump of supposedly, I don't know for sure, 500 years ago, an extinct wood. And he made this case that my mom carried her instrument to school with. But she didn't use it just as an instrument. It was a club to protect her little brother. You know, this case, there's no real dents in it. The homemade lock he made for it works real good if you put some grease in it, but the antique dealers say don't grease anything if it ruins the patina. Well, I dust the thing off every once in a while. That's it. And the antique dealers say it smells musty inside. Well, it's never even heard of a mothball. It's 100 years old. You know, well, that's my mother. She was always humming and singing around the house and taking us kids to church. God, I hated church. Only thing I liked about church was the music. Ah, those old hymns. Ooh, they got my spirits rolling. But all that preaching stuff, I listened and I went to those classes and I tried to understand what kind of bullshit they were laying on me about some sort of history that was a total fucking farce. It was less lies. They're trying to brainwash the kids to believe in that garbage. Go to church on Sunday. Yeah, I wrote a song about go to church on Sunday. Go to church on Sunday, and Monday morning you can start fucking with people again, and on Sunday you go back and get forgiven. Religion has killed more people on this planet than anything else. But I'm religious. I love my music. Always will, always have. And I go away doing that. I think I did a good job. Okay, let's see. Where are we going with this? The first song I ever played in public I think I was 12 years old. My mom bought me a guitar, and this old Sears guitar with a little amp because I wanted to be a rock and roll star. Pretty neat little guitar, and I got 3 lessons that came with the guitar, and they taught me exactly A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the notes, not even the chords. We'll talk about boring a guy. I wanted to hear music. I didn't want to play notes. And the teacher that was teaching me didn't want to be there teaching me. So that was boring. So I put the guitar away and out on my own, a couple of years later, amongst all the teasing and stuff. Here I am in 3rd grade, but the second time they put me in 3rd grade. And my mom talked me into taking one of these songs that I've been practicing in my bedroom and not doing it in front of her. She'd been listening to go to school assembly and play the song in front of all these kids that already think I'm a weirdo. The biggest kid and the blindest kid, old Mr. Four Eyes, I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel good on that doing it, but I went and did it anyway. Guess what that song was? One night it was late, came home from a date, slipped off my shoes at the door. There in the front room, I heard a jump tune. I snuck in, and here's what I saw. There in the room was a wonderful scene. Mom was dancing to Dad on my record machine. And as they danced was a wonderful sight. Mom was dancing with Dad to a rock and roll song. 1, 2, and then rock. 1, 2, and then roll. They did the rock and roll waltz. Waltz 2, 3, roll 2, 3. It looked so good to me. They did the rock and roll waltz. Yeah, I still remember all the words, but my finger and the chords gave up. Since the hospital, I can't make these hands feel anything. It's driving me buggy trying to play music and not being able to play it good like I used to. But I'm going to adapt. Sometime this weekend, I got an old one of my students. He's not an old student. He's a second cousin who his mother, my cousin, married a friend of mine, another musician. Well, this guy is a musician. He can't carry a tune. He hardly ever sings a song. But he's been taking lessons till his teacher died last year. And he's old. Not the teacher, the guy. He plays piano so incredibly blows my mind. And he plays a 12-string and plays slide. And he's got Gibsons on all these darn guitars that I'd never even. I hate steel strings. I don't know why. My calluses used to get so darn big. But I'd always played my old Martin. I had a Martin double lot 1647. If any of you guys out there ever see one, they're not a rock and roll guitar. They're not a guitar that everybody wants. So they're usually sitting in a corner. I want it. And I'd trade my soul for it almost. But probably my car or my house. I ain't got no cash. But I'm looking for that guitar. It might bring me back. When I lost her, a drunk friend of mine sat on it. I set it down on the bed next to me as I was playing the song at this party, and he just put his knee right into it, falling down, stumbling. I got the case left and the neck. That's it. Oh, I used the tuners on another guitar. I was always one of those guys that gathered up and picked up every broke piece of guitar and made it work and then gave it away to a student. Students always wanted to learn how to play, but they didn't have instruments, so you just give them an instrument, get them started. It's the way I've always been. You just get it going, get the flow of the energy of the music going, and you never know where it's going to end up. Never know where it's going to end up. You've heard some of the people I've taught making records, making themselves famous. I never wanted to be famous. I thought about it for a few years. I did some recording, but I never could get over the reality. They all wanted to play the same song you did the first time, the second time. Well, I didn't feel like playing the same song again that I felt the second time because I felt different the second time. So I changed the mood of the song and changed the words. They were my words anyway. I made them up. I just put them the way I wanted them. Even when I stole songs from other people, I never thought I'd just steal it. I was just loving what somebody else did and doing it my way. I don't think that's stealing, but copyright and all this legal shit, it could be. And I recorded a little bit. Excuse me. But I had a nephew that liked my recording so much, he borrowed all my tapes. Oh yeah, I'll let you borrow them if you. He just wanted to make copies and bring them back. He lost them conveniently and said somebody stole them from him. I don't know. I don't blame him, but they're gone. So that reality of getting out there and doing it by that was a bad idea anyway. So it's okay that they're gone. But I got this new medium here. You guys. I don't know what Karina got me into. Karina's my daughter. Well, I'm Daddy Gordy. I fell in love with her mom and raised her for a few years and taught her how to play, and her mom and I played. And so she got addicted to the music. I'm not sure if it's from her mom or from me, but I caught her doing this stuff online that I know those were my songs. She didn't do them quite right, but she had the emotion behind them. And she's got some emotion behind her music like you can't believe. She's only 42. I was never around her since she was 12. But we reconnected and she got me doing this stuff. And I've been trying to figure out a way to get to media anyway. I got a lot of things to say to a lot of people, but first you guys got to know me. All right. For one thing, I'm not going to play any music tonight because music and me, I like good music. And right now I can't play good music. I can get the words across, but I can't. My fingers, my body don't work no more. It gave up on me. So I'm stuck in this goddamn chair. But without the chair, I'd be stuck in my bed. That's where I was for the last 2 years. And I'm somehow getting stronger and getting out of that. At least I can scoot into my chair. Got my toilet where I can scoot into my toilet. Got my shower where I can scoot into my shower. And the only problem I got is I can't put on my socks. But I got a pair of moccasins that I can slip on with no socks. But it's getting cold out there and my feet are turning weird colors because I'm out in the world trying to save it. So, but I got a roommate that will help me put on my socks. And I was talking to an old friend. Well, that pianist I was telling you about, his wife. She was an old friend of mine and kind of a musician. She got me my first teaching job. You know, she gave me 8 students in a rec room of a back building. once a week. What happened here? Everything shut off. Am I still there? Should I click this button and see if it comes back? No, it didn't, so it must not have been recording. Let's try over again. Maybe we gotta put